Hello, my name is Kenny, and today on Physics is All Around Us, we're going to be talking about position versus time graphs, velocity versus time graphs, and acceleration versus time graphs. These graphs all represent motion, but they can all look very different. For example, if a car is driving at the same speed, the position versus time graph would have a diagonal slope, while the velocity and acceleration graphs would be a straight line. First, let's talk about position versus time graphs. These graphs have time in the x-axis and position in the y-axis, and it will show the position of an object at a certain time. It will also show you negative position if there is. You can learn the velocity from the slope of the graph. If the graph has a positive slope, it has positive velocity. If there is negative slope, the velocity is negative. Next, we will talk about velocity versus time graphs. They also have time in the x-axis, but velocity in the y-axis this time. It shows the velocity of an object at a certain time. If the object is moving at a constant velocity, or not moving at all, it will be a straight horizontal line. You can tell the acceleration of an object by looking at the slope of velocity versus time graph. And you can also tell the displacement of an object by looking at the area under the graph. Finally, on an acceleration versus time graph, which has time in x-axis and acceleration in the y-axis, this graph shows the acceleration of an object at a certain time. You can find if you look at the area under in an acceleration versus time graph, it will show you the change in velocity. Overall, it is very important to know what type of graph you are looking at. Always check the title of a graph before reading the rest of the data. There is a great difference between horizontal lines in these graphs. For example, a horizontal line in a position versus time graph means that an object is staying in one spot. However, a horizontal line in an acceleration versus time graph means that the object is accelerating or is moving faster and faster at a constant rate. These graphs can prove to be very useful if read the right way, and they are used very often in science. Thank you for tuning in to a new episode of Physics is All Around Us, and have a nice day.